Hello everyone, and welcome back to Hidden Korea, your gateway to the most captivating stories behind the spotlight. Tonight, we're diving into a story that has set the entire entertainment world ablaze. When the cameras stopped rolling, Yoona and Chae-min's moment that changed everything. What really happened when the filming ended? A single glance, a quiet moment, and suddenly, whispers turned into headlines. Was it just acting, or something far more real? Stay with us as we uncover the unseen, the untold, and the truth behind the moment everyone's talking about. Let's find out, right now on Hidden Korea. 3 days after the story broke, the entertainment world descended into chaos. Every news outlet in Seoul was chasing the same lead, the truth behind the footage that had vanished, then reappeared in digital whispers across the internet. What began as gossip had evolved into a full-blown industry crisis. The agencies moved fast. Studio Vision's PR team was replaced overnight. SM Entertainment pulled Yoona from all scheduled shoots. Insiders described the headquarters as a war room, phones ringing non-stop. Lawyers reviewing contracts line by line. Executives demanding answers no one could provide. Meanwhile, in the shadows of the public spectacle, Yoona and Chae-min were living through their own silent disaster. For them, the hardest part wasn't the accusation, it was the distance. Sources close to both confirmed that after the controversy exploded, they were forbidden from contacting each other. Their management teams feared that even one private message could leak and ignite another storm. But silence did not protect them. When a major broadcast network aired a segment titled The Hidden Scene, Our Emotions Crossing the Line, the debate turned cruel. Anonymous commentators replayed every interview, dissected every glance, and compared old photos frame by frame. Online communities began labeling them the forbidden pair. Hidden Korea reached out to several crew members from that fateful shoot, and their accounts painted a chilling picture of the hours following the scene. Stayed in her dressing room for nearly an hour. One makeup artist recalled. She wasn't crying, just staring at her reflection. Then she said, "They'll never see what really happened." Another staff member claimed Chae-min left the set without a word, refusing to take his manager's calls. Like someone who'd realized too late what the price of honesty was. As the media frenzy intensified, both stars' social media accounts became battlefields. Supporters flooded their pages with encouragement, while detractors accused them of manipulating public sympathy. Within a week, both accounts were temporarily deactivated. What no one outside the production knew was that an internal investigation had uncovered a second recording, an alternate camera feed from a security monitor near the stage exit. Hidden Korea verified its existence through two independent sources within the studio's editing department. The footage, though never released publicly, reportedly showed the aftermath of that final take in full clarity, Yoona stepping closer, speaking softly, and Chae-min responding with a single phrase, "We can't keep pretending." The moment lasted barely 10 seconds, but it was enough. Enough to suggest that what happened was real. Enough to destroy the illusion of control both agencies had tried to maintain. When executives learned of the second clip, panic reached its peak. A confidential meeting was held at a Gangnam hotel under the guise of post-production planning. Behind closed doors, representatives from both sides argued over whether to erase all evidence or bury it through legal action. Someone threatened to leak it if the truth wasn't acknowledged. He later told us, that's when they realized it wasn't about the video anymore. It was about the people in it. The scandal soon crossed borders. International media picked up the story, framing it as a modern tragedy, two stars trapped by fame, forced to deny what everyone could already feel. Editorials described them as victims of an industry that demanded authenticity but punished it the moment it appeared. Weeks passed. Then, without warning, Chae-min resurfaced at a charity event. Calm, composed. His statement brief but deliberate. The truth isn't always what's shown. Sometimes, it's what's left when everything else is taken away. That single line became headline material overnight. Analysts debated whether it was a confession, a defense, or something else entirely. Behind the scenes, Hidden Korea confirmed that shortly before the event, Yoona's agency had quietly ended its internal disciplinary review. Her name was cleared. The next project was re-announced within days. Still, the air around them had changed. During their first reunion on a public stage, a scripted awards ceremony appearance, they maintained flawless professionalism. Yet even through the polished smiles, The cameras caught something undeniable, a flicker of recognition. A shared silence that spoke louder than any denial. History observers now refer to that night as the reset. The end of speculation and the beginning of quiet acceptance. The story didn't fade, it evolved. Scandal, it became legend. A reminder that even in the most calculated world, real emotion has power. Later, Hidden Korea obtained one final confirmation: the second recording had been archived, not deleted. Sealed in the studio's private vault. Labeled with a single word, unreleased. One of the editors who handled the footage summed it up best. Thought the clip would ruin them. But maybe, it saved them. It showed they were human. In the aftermath, both Yoona and Chae-min resumed their careers. More cautious but undeniably changed. Their public interactions remained minimal, a nod at an awards show. A brief mention during an interview, yet the world no longer demanded explanations. The story had run its course. Behind something far more enduring than gossip, a truth that refused to vanish. Because when the cameras stopped rolling, stopped being characters, and became themselves. And in the end, no camera, no leaked footage, and no statement could ever capture what truly happened in that quiet moment when the lights dimmed and reality slipped through the cracks of a perfect scene. Because what Yoona and Chae-min shared wasn't a scandal, it was a human heartbeat caught inside a machine built for illusion. It was the kind of truth that can't be scripted, edited, erased, no matter how many headlines try to define it. When the cameras stopped rolling, actors became two people, raw, vulnerable, and real. Maybe that, above all else, is what frightened the industry the most. The side of authenticity in a world made of mirrors. Months later, their names would fade from the trending lists. The rumors would quiet. But somewhere, within the vaults of Studio Vision, that unreleased clip remains, silent, unplayed, waiting. Not as evidence of controversy. As proof that sometimes, the most powerful scenes are the ones never meant to be seen. At Hidden Korea, our purpose has never been to sensationalize, but to illuminate the stories that slip between the spotlight and the shadows. What happened between Yoona and Chae-min reminds us that behind every performance lies a heartbeat, fragile, fearless, and profoundly human. To our readers, thank you for following this journey with us. From speculation to understanding, from rumor to reflection. May we continue to look beyond what the cameras show. Listen for the quiet truths that remain when the lights go out. Thank you for watching, reading, and believing. This has been Hidden Korea.